So hello, it's another episode of the Chamber's Ask an Expert. And today we have with us Debbie Eblen, who's the Vice President and General Manager of Atlantic Broadband. Thank you, Debbie, for joining me today. These are some odd times that we've lived in, and we've seen a lot of shift. We have students at home, we have workers at home, we have a need for telemedicine, and you have the products that people need right now. What has Atlantic Broadband had to do to change and modify and react to the current situation?
So great questions. Yes, absolutely. It's definitely a pivotal time in our history, especially in the business community. And we did some very innovative, over the top sort of out of the box items that to allow us to keep taking care of our customers, of course, and also protect our employees. One of the first things we did about 4 weeks ago, we introduced something called Internet Assist, which is a internet package, an internet plan that was developed for these students that are now learning from home, educating from home, and possibly their parents couldn't afford to have broadband before. So it's, it's free for the first 2 months, $9.99 after that, free modem, and we're offering that for the next 30 days as well if some of these students need this for their education. And one of the areas was our regional marketing managers. They went out to talk to these school officials to ensure that they knew we were providing this product and have a point of contact in case one of their parents needed to utilize the plan. And also we developed a business assist package, which was $29.99 a month, includes the modem, 50 megs of internet, a hosted voice desk set, an application for your mobile phone, so you're always connected, so you could actually use your work phone at home at a much reduced cost. It's about $100 less a month. So we have been very successful in deploying that throughout the company. And a lot of our business customers are using that as well.
So let's stop right there. And so you have had a good response to the business assist and to the internet assist?
We have. The community, the South Carolina community in particular, has been very embracing of both of these products. Our sales force has been pivotal in reaching out to our business customers to let them know, this is available to them. This is how we want to help you during this crisis so that you can remain intact and have some semblance of business continuity. So it's been very well embraced by the business and the just the consumer community.
Well, it seems like you've certainly offered it at a bottom basement price so that people can afford it. These are some strange times, and people are thinking about what are necessities in their life and what are not.
Right.
But I think that this has proven that internet is more of a necessity now. I think it's off the wish list.
Yes, it most certainly is.
Now you've got something else you're doing called virtual extension. Talk a little bit about what that means.
The virtual extension is part of that business assist package that we have, and what it is just an app on your mobile phone, so that your mobile phone also acts like your desk phone, right? So you have a lot more what's the word I'm looking for?
Access.
More access to your work, and people have more access to you. Much more convenience and more freedom, actually, to utilize the voice and data services.
Okay. Now, how have you responded? We've heard a couple of times that even with all of this, there's some folks that can't afford it or don't think they can't figure out how to get started with it. seems like you've done some hot spots too in the county.
We have, of course, we have hotspots that are downtown in the central part of Aiken, right? So there's a lot of access that you can get there, and that has been there and will be going forward, even after the crisis ends.
Now, the other thing is that people that are working from home and teaching from home and
Right.
doing everything from home also need some leisure time, some downtown, some recreation.
Yes.
I will have to say that last Friday, on Good Friday, was a chamber holiday, and my wife and I were the laziest we have ever been. We watched 5 movies in one day.
That's great.
I think you've done some things, Atlantic Broadband has done some things to make some more channels available during this time at low to no cost. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We're providing all the Hallmark channels for free. Some of the premium channels like Epics and Stars for free, so people can access movies and occupy their time, possibly occupy the children while they're trying to work, right? And also to be able to stay in touch with the global community and the country, we're offering the free news channels as well, like Fox and CNN and MSNBC. So those are open. People can enjoy watching those when they need to.
Yeah. You talk about the Hallmark channel. We stopped in our tracks. We stopped in our tracks this weekend because a Hallmark movie came on that we had never seen before. And we thought, oh my God, we thought we'd seen them all 4 or 5 times.
They are so popular. Everybody loves Hallmark, especially during the holidays. But right now, I'm sure it's being watched quite a bit.
Yeah, it just tickles me because they are very formula. And
Yeah,
I was like, all right,
they are.
It's 20 till 11. She's going to break up with him right now.
That is so true. Yeah, I called my mother to check on her on Sunday, and she said, I'm watching a Hallmark movie. I have to call you back. I was like, at least you're okay.
So Debbie, what do you think? Do you think that this working at home and telecommuting and home learning, are we forever changed in this world?
I do think that we're going to realize a lot of changes after this crisis ends. And the reason that I say that is I've seen my own company change just over the past 4 or 5 weeks. You know, on a dime, we sent 600 call center employees home to work from home to answer phones and take care of our customers. You know, we closed our front counter, but we're still assisting the public with equipment, drop-offs, payments, anything we can do while reducing that human contact and maintaining social distancing. One of the other innovative things that we did, which I think is going to greatly reduce having to roll trucks or go inside people's homes to diagnose problems, is with the customer's approval, we can use their camera on their mobile phone now, and the customer care rep can actually see the equipment and help that customer diagnose the problem, which has reduced the technicians coming inside. All of this, taking all of this into account, and there's several other innovative things we've done, but taking all of this into account, and just speaking from my company, Atlantic Broadband, I think you're going to see a lot of companies follow suit, right? And because of technology now, we're more able to, more than ever, we're able to provide a lot of service to people without invading their privacy, so to speak. So I think we're going to see more. Personally, I have really enjoyed working from home, David. I mean, I have to tell you, not having to get up and race to the office every day has been a joy, and I've been able to get a lot of projects accomplished and completed. But I think that not just our company, other companies that have call centers, you're going to find them doing the same thing, right? Other companies that have technicians, that have fleets of trucks and technicians that go out to people's homes, you're going to find them trying to find some innovative and creative ways to serve those customers. And I think it's going to be forever changed. I really do.
Yeah, I've talked to, I think in many businesses that is true. Now, I talked to somebody just in the last day or so that's in the financial services world,
Right.
and they tried to call center employees from home for just about a day when they realized that they had confidentiality problems.
Right.
Calling out, repeating bank account numbers, repeating credit card numbers, and getting confirmation that they had the right. And others in the household hearing that kind of prevented that, and they had to reel that back in. So some businesses that's going to work for real well, and some that it's not. I'd like to, we're basically talking about the COVID-19 right now, but on top of this, in our region of South Carolina, we've just experienced tornadoes. How has that affected your infrastructure, and how is Atlantic Broadband responding to those tornadoes?
So it's funny, I got up very early. I heard the thunder. I knew the storms were coming because we have family in Alabama that said, hold on, it's coming your way. And so I heard the thunder, got up that morning, checked my phone to see what outages we had, and they had just begun. So I was glued to the news for the next 2 hours and in contact with my technical support staff. We deployed immediately after the tornadoes had gone to assess the damage. Within about 36 hours, working with the power company, we had most of our customers back up and running. We had some delays in a few here and there because of some maintenance issue and some outside equipment issues. But other than that, we were very successful with it. It was imperative for us to get the network back up and running, as it always is, but mostly because we are committed to the FCC's initiative for keeping America connected that they have in place right now. And we knew students had to go to school, people were getting up, going to work. We had to get the lines back up and running again. So we did a really good job. We're very averse on disaster recovery. We have a certain cadence that we follow. It's a manual about this thick that we go by. We're very used to tornadoes, very used to hurricanes. And typically we role play. So we have everything in place, all equipment, food for our workers, water, those kinds of things in case they have to work a long set of hours. So we did a great job getting the network back up and running. Most of the damage was in the low country, as you probably heard on the news, mostly Highway 278 area. But working with both the power companies, Dominion and Aiken Electric Co-op, we were able to assist, and they really help us too. We work as a team, which is great. So we got everything back up and running.
Well, that teamwork pays off.
It does.
And I've seen it in your industry. I've seen it, now we're seeing it in so many industries. Where folks that are frenemies or competitors, they sort of come together during this time and say, we've got to work for the greater good of solving this problem. And that's very refreshing. That's so Americana to me.
Absolutely. One of the examples, a great example of that, David, is the restaurant industry. They are all supporting each other, especially, you've probably seen that in our community. Each restaurant is supporting each other in this fight to remain open and to keep their employees paid. So it is very Americana. I think it's ingrained in us to help one another during a crisis.
Well, thank you so much for being my guest on Ask the Expert today. We usually date these where people will know because things are changing so quickly. And this is a broadcast on April the 16th, 2020. Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you, David. It's a pleasure. Thanks for all you're doing.